friends is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailors?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam. And to comfort you with chance, assure yourself after your ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself, courage and hope both teaching him the practice, to a strong mass that lived upon the sea, where, like Arion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, where to thy speech serve for authority the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam. Well.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know what great ones do the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I'd made mine own occasion mellow. Oh, what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because you'll admit no kind of suit. No, not the duke's.
There's fair behavior in thee. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else may hap to time, I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be yours his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
Music be the food of love. By all, give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again! It had a dying fall. Oh, it came on my ears like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets stealing and giving odor. Enough! No more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the scene of enters there. Of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute. So full of shapes is fancy, that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The hart.
Oh, why, so I do. The noblest that I have. For mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I transformed into the hart, and my desire, like fell and cruel hounds, e'er since do pursue me. How now? What news for me?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round with eye offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
O she that hath the heart of this fine frame, to pay this debt of love but to a brother. How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled, her sweet perfections with one self king. Away before me the sweet bed of flowers, love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus. I am sure that care is an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come at earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Well, let her accept before accepting.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And they be not let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday. And of a foolish knight that you brought in here one night to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Eggycheek?
Aye, he.
He's as tall a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but I have but a year and all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so. He plays with the viol de gamboys and speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed. Almost natural, for besides that, he's a fool. He's a great quarreller, and but for that he hath the gift of a coward to lay the gust he hath in quarrelling. 'Tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand there are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk, nightly, in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there is a passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. He's a coward and a courser that will not drink to my niece till his brains turn on the toe like a parish top. What, wench? Castiliano Vulgo, for here comes Sir Andrew Eggyface.
Sir Toby Belch! How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good mistress, accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good mistress, Mary, accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
And now let part so, Sir Andrew. Would thou mightest never draw sword again.
And you part so, mistress, I would I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Mary, but you shall have, and here's my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you, bring this hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Why, I think so. I'm not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, sir, I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, now I let go your hand. I am barren.
Oh, knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Ever in your life, I think, unless you see canary put me down. Methinks, sometimes, I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I'm a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? I would I had bestowed that time of the tongues that I have in fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts.
Then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair.
Why, would that have mended my hair?
Past question, for thou seest it will not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does not?
Excellent. It hangs like flax on a distaff, and I hope to see a housewife take thee between her legs and spin it off.
Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, or if she be, it's 4 to 1 she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll none of the Count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? We're not born under Taurus.
If the Duke continue these favours towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario home?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof, Cesario. Thou knowst, no less but all, I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access, but stand at her doors and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous, and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. Shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in the nuncios of a more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe me, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblative a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attentive, all if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife, whoe'er I woo myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
I know where that saying was born of, I fear no colors.
Where could Mistress Mary?
In the wars, and that you may be bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it. And those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is not that as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. And for turning away, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute then?
Not so neither, but I'm resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other will hold, or if both break, your gaskins fall.
Apt in good faith, very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, there were as witty piece of me as flesh as any Illyria.
Peace, you rogue, enough of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, you are best.
Wit, and it be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I, that am sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinepolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady!
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool, I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, then drink and good counsel will amend. For give the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let the butcher mend him. Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If that this simple syllogism will serve, so. If it will not, what remedy? As there is no true cuckold but calamity, so beauty is a flower. The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Miss Prissy in the highest degree. Lady, cuculus non facet monaco. That's as much to say as I wear not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do to the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity which doth decay the wise will ever make a better fool.
Well, God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel that your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool who had no more brains than a stone. Look at him now. He's out of his guard already. Unless you smile and minister occasion to him, he's gagged. I protest that these wise men that crow as this set kind of fool are no better than the fool zanies.
Oh, You are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and of free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now Mercury had do thee with lacing, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gates a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in the way?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick, or not at home, what you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool. The skull, Jove, cram with brains, for here he comes. One of thy kin has a most weak matter.
By mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cuz?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
There's a gentleman here. Oh, plague of these pickle herring. How now, sot?
What, Sir Toby?
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Ay, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil. And he will give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draught above heat makes him a fool, the second mads him, and the third drowns him.
Go thou and seek the crowner and let him sit on my cuz, for he's in the 3rd degree of drink, he's drowned. Go look after him.
Oh, he is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with thee. I told him you were sick. He seems to have an understanding of this and therefore comes to speak with thee. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of this as well and therefore comes to speak with thee. What's to be said, ladies? Fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be supporter to a bench. But he will speak with thee.
What kind of man is he?
Of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He swears he'll speak with you. Will you or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Not old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. 'Tis as a squash is before it is a peas corer, a cooling when it is almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between man and boy. He's very well favoured and speaks very shrewishly. One would scarce think his mother's milk were out of it.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman! My lady calls!
Give me my veil. Come, throw it over my face. We will once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentleman, give me modest assurance that you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and yet by the very fangs of malice I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. What is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important, and I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I'm to hull here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady. Tell me your mind, I am a messenger.
Sure, you must have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as fun of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer in the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you the commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I would not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labeled to my will. As item, 2 lips, indifferent red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense though you were crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate and fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension in the shape of nature, a gracious person, but yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contented love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name through the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, or Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart afflict that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art, thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirit, to give thee fivefold blazon. Not so fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now, even so quickly, may one catch the plague? Methinks I feel this use perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio!
At your service, madam.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him. Would I or not tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that the youth would come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hie thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
stay no longer, nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. 'Twere a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whither you are bound.
No, sooth, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messalene, whom I know you've heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we have so ended? But you, sir, altered that. Some hour before you took me from the breach, as my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. But I could not with such estimable wonder over far believe that. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. Yet thus far, I will boldly publish her. She's drowned already, sir, in salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him, whom you have recovered, desire it not. Farewell. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am so near in the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to Orsino's court. Fare thee well at once.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee.
I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But, come what may, I do adore thee so that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were you not even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains in taking it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you put your lord into a desperate state of assurance that she will none of him. And, one more thing, that you never be so hardy as to come again in his affairs. Receive it so.
She took no ring of me, I'll none of it.
Oh, come, sir, you peevishly threw it at her, and it is her will that it be returned. If it be worth stooping for, there lies it in your eye. If not, let it be his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside had not charmed her. She made a good view of me, indeed so much so that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me. Sure, the cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. But in my lord's ring, why he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better love a dream. How will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she mistaken seems to dote on me. Oh, what will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes, and duluculo sugere, thou knowest.
Nay, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight, and to go to bed then, is early, so that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does not our life consist of the four elements?
Aye, so they say. But I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Marry, and I say, a stoup of wine.
Here comes the fool of faith.
How now, my hearts? Did you never see the picture of we three?
Welcome, ass. Now, let's have a catch.
By my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. I had rather than 40 shillings I had such a leg, and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool hast. In sooth, thou wast in very gracious fooling last night, when thou spoke of Pigrobramadus, of the Vapian's passing, the equinoctial of Quibus, 'twas very good in faith. I sent thee 6 pence for thy leman, hast it?
I did in petticoats thy gratillity. For Malvolio's nose is no whipstock, my lady has a white hand, and the myrmidons are no bottle alehouses.
Excellent. Why, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song.
Come on, there's 6 pence for you. Let's have a song.
There's a testrel of me too. If one night
We have
give
a love
us...
song or a song of good life?
A love song, a love song.
I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journey's end and lovers' meeting. Every wise man's son doth know.
Excellent, good at faith.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff will not endure.
And the listless voice as I am true night.
Contagious, friend.
Very sweet and contagious of faith.
To hear by the nose, it is dulcet in contagion. But, shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of one weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me, let's do it. I'm dog at a catch.
By our lady, certain some dogs will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constrained in it to call thee knave knight.
'Tis not the first time I've constrained one to call me knave. But begin. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Good, if faith come, begin.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave, thou knave.
Keep here! If my lady had not called her prince steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of the door, never trust me.
My lady is a Catalan, and we are politicians. Malvolio's a beggar, Ramsay, and 3 merry men be we. Am not I consanguineous? Am I not of your blood, Tilly Valley lady? There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady, lady.
True me, the knight's an admirable fooling.
Aye, he does well enough if he be disposed, and so do I too. He does it with a better grace than I, but I do it more natural.
Oh, the 12 days!
Have you no wit? Manners, no modesty, but to gabble like chinkers at this time of night? Would you make an alehouse of my lady's house that you may squeak out ye coziest catches with no mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of places, time, or person to me?
We did keep time, sir. In our catches.
Sir Toby, my lady bade me tell you that though she harbours you as a kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself from your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, I will please you to take leave of her. She is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear hearts, for I must needs be gone.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
But I will never die.
Toby, there you lie!
Shall I bid him go?
What if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, you dare not!
Out of tune, sir, ye lie. Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, that there'll be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by Saint Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
Thou art in the right. Go, sir, and rub your chain with crumbs. A stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favours at anything above contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears!
For it's good a deed as to drink when a man's hungry, or to challenge him in the field, and then to make promise with him and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge or deliver thy indignation to him by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the use of the count was today of my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nayward and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, possess us. Tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
Oh, when I thought that, I beat him like a dog!
What? For being a Puritan. Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil Puritan he is, or anything constantly but a time pleaser, an affectioned ass, that can't stay without book and utters it by great swaths. The best persuaded of himself, so grand as he thinks with excellencies, that is on his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And on this vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein, by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. On a forgotten matter, I can write very like your niece, my lady.
Excellent. I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He shall think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that they come from my niece, and that she is in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse, that would make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
'Twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physic will work on him. I will plant you two, and let Sir Fabian make a third when he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed, and dream of the event. Farewell.
Good night, Pin Facilia.
For me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hadst need send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I'm a foul way out.
Send for money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, then call me cut.
And I do not. Never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, come. I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, knight, come.
Give me some music. Now, tomorrow, friends. Now, good Cesare, that piece of song, that ode, an antique song we heard last night, we thought it relieved my passion much, more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship that should say it.
Who was it?
Fasti, the jester, my lord, a fool that the lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out. Play the tune a while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thy life upon it. Young though thou art, thy eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves. I bet not, boy?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion?
She's not worth thee, then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven! But still, the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or else thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower, being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are, alas that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come, the song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinners and the knitters in the sun, and the free maids who weave their thread with bone do used to chant it. It is silly sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
Come away, dead,
And in sad suppress, let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I'm slain by a fair, cruel maid. A shroud of white struck all with you. Oh, prepare it, my part of death, no one so true did share it, not a flower sweet, on my black coffin let heavy strown, not a friend, my poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs, all to save, lay me aware. Sad true lover, never find my grave, to weep there, to weep there.
As for thy pains,
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
pay thy pleasure.
Truly, sir. The pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now, the melancholy god protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything and their intent everywhere. For that's it that always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
But all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario. Get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love, more noble than the world prizes not quantities of dirt lands. The parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her I hold as giddily as fortune. But 'tis that very miracle in the queen of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir,
I cannot be so answered.
sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there was, hath for your love a great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me and that I owe Olivia.
I Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man, as it might, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
What's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment like a worm on the bud feed on her damsel cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but still our shows are more than will, for we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
Died thy sister of her love, my boy?
Am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye. That's the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place, bide no delay.
Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Would thou not be glad to see the rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know, he brought me out of favor with my lady over a bear baiting here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we will fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. It is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my medal of India?
Get ye all three into the box tree. Malvolio comes down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close, in the name of jesting. Lie thou there. For here comes the trap that must be come for tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all but fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and coming thus near, that should she fancy it would be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than any of those that follow her. Should I think on it?
Now, here's an overweening rogue.
Peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plumes.
But I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I said.
To be Count Malvolio!
Rogue.
Pistol him, pistol him.
Peace, peace.
There is example for it. The lady of the Starkey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fie on him, Jezebel.
Oh, peace. Now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
Oh, for a stone, though, to hit him in the eye.
calling on my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I left Olivia sleeping.
Fire, brimstone.
Peace, peace.
And then, to have the humour of state, and after a demure travel of regard, saying, I know my place as they should do theirs. As for my kinsman, Sir Toby,
Bolts and shackles.
Peace, peace, peace. Now.
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up watch or play with some rich Jew. Sir Toby approaches, a curtsy.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard for self-control.
Does not Toby take thee a blow of the lips, then?
Saying, Sir Toby, my good fortune having cast me upon your niece gives me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness!
Scab!
Be patient so we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight!
That's me, I warned you.
One Sir Andrew!
I knew it was I. Many would call me a fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Peace in the spirit of humor intimate reading aloud to him.
By my leave. This is my lady's hand. Thus makes she her C's, her U's and her T's. And here makes she her great P's. 'Tis in contempt of question, her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's, why that?
To the unknown beloved, these are my good wishes. Her very phrases. By your leave. Wax. Soft and under the impressure of her Lucrece, with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady.
This wins him liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. To whom should this be? No man must know. The number's altered. No man must know if this should be thee, Malvolio!
Mary, hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
With dish of poison has she dressed him?
And with what wings Daniel checks at it.
I may command where I adore. Why? She may command me. She is my lady. I serve her. This is evident to any formal capacity. There can be no obstruction in this, but then the end. What should that alphabetical position portend? M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Oh, aye, make of that. He's now in a cold scent.
Sutter will cry upon for all this, though he is rank as a fox.
Malvolio! Why, M begins my name!
Did not I say he would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
But then, there is no consonancy in the sequel. It suffers under probation that A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, oh.
And then I comes behind.
Aye, and if you had any eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
Nay, this simulation is not as the former. But if I were to crush it a little, it would bow to me. For every one of those letters is in my name. Soft. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great. Some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hand, that thy blood and spirit embrace them. And to have thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of the state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devised the very man. I do not now fool myself. Let imagination jade me. For every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. and praise me being cross-gartered. And in this she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to those habits of her liking. I have limed her, and Jove is to be thanked. Here follows a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore in my presence still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.
Paid by the Sophie.
I could marry this wench for the device.
Faith, so could I too.
And ask no other dowry with her but such another jest.
No, nor I, neither. Here comes my noble gall catcher.
Will thou set thy foot o'er my neck?
Or my either.
Shall I play my freedom at a trade trip and become thy bond slave?
Or I either.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true. Does it work upon him?
Like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a style she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that I cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tyre, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
Save thee, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy fooling?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayest say, the king lies by a beggar if a beggar dwells near him, or the church stands by thy fooling if thy fooling stands by the church.
You have said, sir. To see this age, a sentence is but a cheverel glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, that's certain. They that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanted.
I would therefore my sister had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why, sir, her name is a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton. But, indeed, words are very rascals, since bonds disgrace them.
Thy reason, man?
Troth, sir, I can yield you none without words, and words are grown so false I'm loath to prove reason with them.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow, and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir, I do care for something. But in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, sir, it would make you invisible.
Art not thou Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir, the Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. And fools are as like husbands as pilchards are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I'm indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, doth walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and they'll pass upon me, I'll no more with thee. Old. Here's expenses for thee.
Now, Jove, in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee, I'm almost sick for one. I wouldn't have it grow upon my chin. If I lay it within.
Would not a pair of these have bred, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
I would play Lord Pandarus of Phrygia, sir, to bring a precedent to this Troilus.
I understand you, sir, 'tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great, sir, begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within. I will construe to them whence you come, who you are, and what you would are out of my welkin. I might say element, but The word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe the mood on whom he jests, the quality of persons, and the time, and, like the haggard, check at every feather that comes before his eye. This is a practice as full of labor as any wise man's art, for folly that he wisely shows is fit, but wise men folly fall in, quite taint their wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
I vous garde, mon monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
I hope, sir, you are, and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Well then, taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean, to go, sir. To enter?
I will answer you with gate and entrance, but we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors upon you.
Youths of your courtier rain odors well.
My matter hath no voice to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Odors pregnant and vouchsafed. I got 'em all three ready.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him I think not on him, for his thoughts they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I have come to wet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave I pray you, I bade you never speak again of him. But would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady.
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit to force that on you, in a shameful cunning which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts which tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hideth my heart. So, let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a prize, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then? Methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth. I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth has come to harvest, your words alike to reap a proper man. There lies your way. Due west.
Then westward ho, grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay, I pray thee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderer's guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so, that, maugre all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I woo, that therefore hast no cause, but rather reason, thus with reason fetter. Love sought is good, but given unsought better.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall be mistress of it, save I alone. And so adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart which now abhors to like his love.
jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece more favors to the Count's serving man than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her towards you.
Slight will you make an ass of me.
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awaken your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You then should have accosted her, and with some excellent jest, fire new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle from a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt, either in valor or policy.
And it be any way, it must be with valor, for policy I hate.
Well then, build me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me the Count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note, and assure thyself, there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than rapport of valor.
There's no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou dost him so thrice, it will not be amiss. And as many lies as will lie in thy sheet of paper, although the sheet were big enough for the bed of where in England, set him down. Go, about it. Let there be gall enough in thy ink, though thou writest with a goose pen. It is no matter. About it.
Where shall I find you again?
We'll call thee into cubiculum. Go.
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been due to him, lad, some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter, then. But you'll not deliver it?
Never trust me, then. By all means, stir on the youth to an answer. I think oxen and wain ropes cannot hail them together. For Andrew, if he were open, you find so much blood in his liver as would clog the foot of a flea. I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And his youth is the opposite, bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Look where the youngest run of 9 comes.
If you desire to spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon Gaul Malvolio is turned heathen, a very renegado. For there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered?
Most villainously, like a pedant that keeps the school and the church. I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines and is in the new map with the augmentation of the Indies you have never seen. Such a thing as 'tis, I can hardly prepare hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him, and if she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you. Since you make pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to longer voyage, but jealousy, what might befall your travels, being skilless in these parts, which, to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable.
Antonio.
My willing love, the rather to these arguments of fear set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks and thanks. And ever oft are good turns shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. But were my worth as in my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. But what's to do? Shall we go see the relics of the town?
Tomorrow, sir, best first go see your lodging.
I'm not weary, and 'tis long till night. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you'll pardon me, I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count's galleys I did some service of such note indeed that, were I ta'en here, it would scarce be answered.
But like you slew great number of his people.
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the time and quality of quarrel might well have given bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from the city, which for traffic's sake, most of my city did. Only myself stood out. For which, if I be lapsed here, I shall pay dear.
do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, here's my purse. The south suburbs, the elephant is best to lodge. I'll bespeak our diet while you beguile your time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There, you shall have me.
Why I your purse?
Happier, I shall light upon some toy that you wish to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle markets, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer then and leave you for an hour.
To the elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is bought more oft than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where is Malvolio? He is sad and civil, and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you. If the man come, for sure, the man is tainted in wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he is sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Ho, sweet lady, ho!
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad? Oh, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of it? It please the eye of one, 'tis with me the very sonnet. Please one, please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. Give fall into his hand, and command shall be executed. I think we know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart!
Comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
As your request. Yes, nightingales do answer doors.
Why appear you in this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas very well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great. Some achieve greatness. And some have greatness to rest upon them. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Ho, ho! Do you come near me now? No worse a man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose, that I may appear stubborn with him. For she incites me to this in the letter. Be surly with servants, opposite with kinsmen, let thy tongue tan with arguments of the state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets out the manner how, as with a sad face, a reverent carriage, a slow tongue. In the habit of some sir of note. Oh, I have learned her, and Jove is to be thanked. And then, when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Oh, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no unsafe or obscene circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the first achievement of my hopes. But Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he, in the name of sanctity?
If all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and legion himself possessed, and yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is, here he is. How is it with you, sir? How is it with you, man?
Go off! I discard thee! Leave me to my private. Go off!
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you have a care of him.
Dicey now!
Go to, peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you do, Malvolio? How is't with you? What, man? Defy the devil! Consider he's an enemy to mankind!
Do you know what you say?
Not you, when you speak ill of the devil, how he takes it at heart! Pray God he be not bewitched!
Carry his water to the wise woman.
Married, it shall be done tomorrow morning. If I live, my lady would not lose him for more than I'll say.
Oh, how no, mistress!
Hold thy peace! Let me alone with him. We must deal gently.
No way but gentleness. Gently, the fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Why, how now, my barcock? How dost thou, Chuck?
Sir!
I bid thee, come with me. What, man? 'Tis not for gravity to play at cherry pit with Satan. Hang him, foul Collier!
Get him to say his prayers to Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers meet!
Oh, I warn you, he will not hear of godliness.
Oh, hang yourselves all! You're all idle, shallow creatures. I am not of your element. You shall hear more of this hereafter.
It's possible.
If this were to be played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
It's very cheap. Perfection of the device, man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take irritate. Why, we shall make him mad indeed. The house will be the quieter.
My niece is already in the belief that he's mad. We may carry it thus, for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him. At which time we will bring the device to the bar and crown thee for a finder of madmen. But see.
More matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. Warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wander not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But that is, thou liest in thy throat, and that is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief and to exceeding good sense, bliss.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy on one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better, and so look to thyself. Thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. If this move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout me for him at the corner of the orchard like a bum bailey. As soon as ever thou seest him, draw. And as thou drawest, swear horrible. For it comes to pass off that a terrible oath, with swaggering accent sharply twanged off, gives manhood more approbation than ever proof itself would have earned him. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now will not I deliver this letter. For the behavior of the young gentleman gives it out to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. You will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I will deliver his indignation by word of mouth. Set upon Aguecheek some notable rapport of valor, and drive this gentleman, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both, that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he take leave, and presently after them.
I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for the challenge.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor too unchary out. There's something in me that reproves my fault. But such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me, 'tis my picture. refuse it not, and hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What would you ask of me that I'll deny, that honor saved me upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with mine honor may I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
That defense that thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature are the wrongs that thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody, as the hunter attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy top. Be yare in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me, for my remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard, for your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is a knight, dubbed with unhatched rapier and on carpet consideration. But he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3, and his sentiment at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre. Hobnob's his word, give it or take it.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk?
Sir, no. You will find his indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore get you on and give him his desire. Back you shall not into the house, unless you undertake that with me, which with much safety you might answer him.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office to know of the night what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Signor Fabian, stand you by this gentleman until my return.
Pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise, as to read him by his form as you are like to find in the proof of his valor. He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could have found in any part of Illyria. I'll make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that would rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, the youth is a very devil. I have not seen such a Firago. I had a pass with him, and he gives me the stuck in with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And on the answer he pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they step on.
Pox on it, I'll not meddle with him.
Aye, but he cannot now be pacified. Signor Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it, and I had known him to be valiant and so cunning, I'd have seen him damned or I'd have challenged him. Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, Grey Capulet.
I'll make the motion. Stand here. Make a good show on it. This will end without the perdition of souls. Mario, ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I've convinced him that the youth's a very devil.
He is as horribly conceited of him, and pants and looks pale as the bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will, for honor's sake, fight with you. He hath better bethought him of his quarrel, but he finds that now scarce to be worth talking of. Therefore draw. For the supportance of his vow, he protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give grounds if you find him furious.
There's no remedy, Andrew. The gentleman will, for oath's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it. But he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on, to it.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, it's against my will.
If this young gentleman offends you, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, sir? Why, what are you?
One, sir, who for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, then I am for you.
Oh, good Sir Toby, hold, here come the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
This is the man, do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no, Jot, I know your favor well, but now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away, he knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you,
But there's no remedy, I shall answer for it. What will you do now my necessity makes me ask you for my purse? It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have shown me here, and part being prompted by your present trouble, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Hold, here's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I've done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any taint of vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little! This youth that you see here I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved with such sanctity of love into his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away!
But oh, how violent idol proves this God! Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind, none can be called deformed but the unkind.
The man grows mad, away with him. Come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do with such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Oh, prove true, imagination. Prove true that I, dear brother, be now ta'en for you. He named Sebastian. I, my brother, know yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother. For he went still in this fashion. A color, ornament for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest, paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty shows in leaving his friend here in necessity and denying him, and for his cowardship ask Fabian.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
Slittle, after him again and beat him.
Do! Cuff him soundly!
And I do not.
Come, let's see the event.
I dare lay any money 'twill be nothing yet.
Would you make me believe I'm not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well, hold out in faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly? He has heard this word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I am afraid this great lover of the world will prove a cockney. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There's money for thee. If you tarry any longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money get themselves a good report, after 14 years' purchase.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you!
There! Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, or I'll throw your dagger out of the house.
This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for 2 pence.
Come on, sir, hold!
Nay, let him alone, Sir Toby. I'll go another ways to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first, yet it's no matter for that.
I let go thy hand! Come on, sir, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier, put up your high and you are well fleshed. Come on. I will be free from thee. Yeah!
What wouldst thou now? Thou darest tempt me any further, draw thy sword!
What? Nay, let us then have an ounce or two of this malapert blood from you.
Hold, Toby, on thy life I charge thee hold! Will it ever be thus, ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where manners never preached? Out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Root me, be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and thou unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath watched up, that thou thereby may smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny. Beshrew his soul for me. He started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this be a dream? Let fancy still my sense and let sleep. If it be thus to a dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee. Would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Nay, make him believe thou art Sir Topas the curate. Do it quickly. I'll get Sir Toby the waltz.
Well, I'll put it on, and I'll dissemble myself in it. And I wonder we're the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. I'm not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student. But to be said an honest man and a good housekeeper goes as fairly as to say a careful man and a great scholar. The competitors enter.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Both die, Sir Toby, for as the old hermit of Prague that never saw pen and ink virtually said to an east of King Gorboduc, that is. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that but that, and is what is?
To him, Sir Topas.
What ho, I say! Peace in this prison!
Who calls that?
Sir Topas the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic!
Sir Topas! Sir Topas! Sir Topas, go to my lady!
Out, hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Good Sir Topas, never was a man thus wronged that they keep me here in hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan! I call thee by thy most modest terms, for I am one of those gentle ones that will use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topas.
Wide hath bay windows as transparent as barricadoes, and the clearest doors toward the south-north are as lustrous as ebony. And yet, complainest thou of obstruction?
Sir Topas, do not think I am mad. I say this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. I say, there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance be as dark as hell. I am not mad, make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wild fowl?
That the soul of our grandeur might haply inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think highly of the soul, and in no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras ere I will allow of thy wits, and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam. Fare thee well.
Sir Topas!
My most exquisite Sir Topas.
Hey, I'm for all wonders.
Thou mightst have done this without thy beard and gown. He sees thee not.
To him in thy own voice, and bring me word how thou findest him. I would we were well rid of his knavery. If he may be conveniently delivered, I would he were. For I am now so far in offence with my niece that I cannot pursue with any safety this sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does. My lady is unkind purty. Alas, why is she so?
Fool!
She loves a nun.
Fool, I say!
Who calls, huh?
Good fool! Hand me some candle, a pen, paper, ink, and I promise as I am a gentleman, I will reward thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool!
Alas, sir, how fill you besides your 5 wits?
Oh, good fool, never was a man thus abused. I am as well in my wits as you are.
But as well, then you are mad indeed if you know better in your wits than a fool.
They have propertied me here. They keep me in darkness. They send ministers to me, asses, and do everything they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise what you say, the minister's here. Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore! endeavor thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble-babble.
Sir Topaz!
Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topaz. Marry, amen. I will, sir, I will.
Fool! Good fool!
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I am sent for speaking to you.
Good fool, some pen, paper, and light. I am as well in my wits as any in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, sir.
I am, good fool. Please, some light, and pen, paper, and ink, and convey what I set down to my lady. It will reward thee more than the bearing of letter ever did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
I am not, good fool.
Nay, I'll never believe madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you paper and ink.
Thank you, fool. I'll requite thee in the highest.
This is the air, that is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it, and though it is wonder that enwraps me thus, it is not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant, yet there he was. And there I found this credit that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense, that this may be some accident, but no madness. Yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I'm ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason to any other trust but that I am mad. Or else the lady's mad. Yet if it were so, she could not command her house, sway her followers, take and give back affairs with such smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that's deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and with this holy man into the chantry by. There, before him, and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me with the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it whilst you are willing it shall come to know what time we will our celebration keep according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man, and, having sworn truth, will ever be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine, that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see his letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
That is, to give a dog, and in recompense, desire my dog again.
Belonging to the Lady Olivia, friends.
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary. The better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now, my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass, so that by my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I'm abused. So that, conclusions to be as kisses. If your four negatives make your two affirmatives, why then, the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
Well, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no, though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that it would be double dealing, sir, would you could make it another.
Oh. You give me ill counsel.
Put your grace in your pocket, sir, for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
Well, I will be so much a sinner as to be a double dealer. Here's another.
Primo, secundo, tertio is a good play. And the old saying is, the third pays for all. The triplex, sir, is a good tripping measure, or the bells of St. Bennet, sir, might put you in mind. 1, 2, 3.
You can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you will let your lady know I'm here to speak with her, and bring her along with you, may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I go, sir, but I would not have you to think my desire for having is a sin of covetousness. What, as you say, sir, let your bounty take a nap, I will awake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his. I do remember it well. Yet when last I saw it, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A babbling vessel was he captain of shallow draught and bulk unprizable, with which such stateful grapple did he make with the most noble bottom of our fleet, that the very envy and the tongue of loss cried fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and Fraught from Candy, and it is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private brabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, Sir Drew, on my side, but in conclusion put some strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas but distraction.
Notable pirate! Thou saltwater thief! What foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief nor pirate, though I confess on basing ground enough Orsino's enemy. Witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. The wreck past hope he was, his life I gave him and did thereto add my love without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town. Drew to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, his false cunning, not wishing to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wink, denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on her. As for you, fellow, your words are madness. This youth hath attended upon me for 3 months. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord but that he may not have wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam.
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What a perverseness! You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul of faithfulest offerings hath breathed out, that our devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even would it please, my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it? Like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love. Savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly, but hear me this. Since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I know partly the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe with mischief. I will sacrifice the lamb that I love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt, and willing, to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all more than e'er I should love wife. If I do feign, you witnesses above, punish my life for the tainting of my love.
I me detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband!
I, husband, can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah!
No, my lord, not I!
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be that thou know'st thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearst. Oh, welcome, Father! Father, I charge thee, by thy reverence, here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness what occasion now reveals before 'tis ripe, what thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy cloth of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of rings, and all the ceremonies of this compact, sealed in my function by my testimony, since when, my watch hath told me, toward my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
Oh, thou dissembling cub. What wilt thou be when time hath sown a grizzle on thy case? Will not thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thy overthrow? Farewell, and take me. Direct thy feet, where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon! Send more presently to Sir Toby!
What's the matter?
He has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help! I had rather than 40 pound I were at home!
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnadine.
My gentleman Cesario.
Odds lifelings, there he is! You have broke my head for nothing, and that I did I was set on to do by Sir Toby!
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you! You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby Halton, you shall hear more, but that he had not been a drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
How now, gentlemen, how is it with you?
That's all one, has hurt me, and there's the end on it. Soft! Didn't see Dick Surgeon,
Oh,
Soft.
he's drunk, Sir Toby, and now we're gone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue, and a passing measures pen, and I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him, who hath made this havoc with them.
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead and a coxcomb and a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull!
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam, for I have hurt thy kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me. But that I do perceive it hath offended thee. Forgive me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, yet 2 persons. A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh my God, Antonio! How the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee!
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in 2 is not more twin than these 2 creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity of my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman, what name, what parentage?
Of Messaline. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too, so went he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
Spirit I am indeed, but in that dimension grossly clad from which the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even? I should let my tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, God, my love!
My father had a bowl upon his brow.
And so had mine!
And died that day when Viola had from her birth numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He did indeed finish his mortal act the day that made my sister 13 years.
Nothing less to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire. Do not embrace me till each circumstance of time, place, fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola.
So come, good lady, you have been mistook. But nature in her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. But nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed to both a maid and a man.
Not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou shouldst never love woman like to me.
And those sayings will I overswear, and those swearings keep as true in soul as doth the orbed continent, the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hands. Let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garments. He, upon some action, is now in durance at Malvolio suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. And yet, alas, now I remember me, they say, poor gentleman, he is much distract. The most extracting frenzy of mine own from my remembrance clearly vanished his. How does he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at his staves' end, as well as any man in his case may do. Has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam!
Now, art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness, and your ladyship should hear it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
Prithee, read it thy right wit.
So I do, Madonna, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore prepend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness, and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury, the madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
Savours not much of distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, to think of me as well a sister, as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on so please you here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you. And for your service done him, so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding. And since you called me master for so long, here's my hand. From this time you shall be your master's mistress.
A sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
I, my lord, the same. How now, Malvolio?
You have done me wrong, madam! Notorious wrong!
Have I, Malvolio? No.
You have, lady. Pray you peruse this letter. You cannot say it is not your hand, nor write from it, if you can, in hand nor phrase. No, say 'tis not your seal, nor your invention. You can none of this. Well, grant it then, and tell me in modest honesty why you have given me such clear lights of your favour. Bade me to come smiling and cross-gartered in yellow stockings and to frown at Sir Toby and the lighter people, and performing this in a modest hope, why you have suffered me to imprisonment, visited by a priest, and made the most notorious Geck and Gaul that ever invention did spy. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess, much like the character but out of question, 'tis Maria's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she first told me that was mad, then camest in smiling, and in such forms that here are presupposed upon thee in this letter. Prithee, be content, this practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee, but when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. In hope it shall not, most freely I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we conceived against him. Maria writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. How the sportful malice it was followed may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, that if the injuries be justly weighed that have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great. Some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was once, sir, in this interlude, one a thirtobith, but that's all one. By the Lord, will I am not man. But do you remember, madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you smile not, he's gagged. And thus, the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
Go I'll be revenged on the whole pack of thee.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. But when that is known, and golden time convents, a solemn combination of our dear souls shall be made. Meanwhile, sweet sister, we shall not part from hence. Cesario, as you shall be when you are a man, but when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When that I was a little tiny boy with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, its knaves and thieves men shut their gate, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came at last to wife with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swearing could I never thrive, for the rain it raineth every day. And when I came unto my bed with the hey-ho, the wind and rain, with toss-pots still had drunken heads, for the rain it raineth every day. A great while ago the world begun, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play is done, for the rain it raineth every day.
That was our last show for this semester. We don't charge for tickets, but we do have like a donation bucket to make donations if you so choose. If you could wait for the actors outside, because we're going to be taking some cast photos out there first, and then we have to, of course, clear the room. But again, thank you guys, all of you, so much for coming out to support this show.
But before you leave, I'm so sorry for interrupting. We would like to give a big, fat thank you to our director, our assistant director, and our lovely stage manager by presenting us with flowers and parts and stuff, because they have done a fantastic job this semester. We really appreciate all of the long hours they have put into us. So